My name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage. That's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed. No fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through maybe the day before. Make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, SDC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, say, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I got to pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. This is it. Today's the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to. Today. This is it. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing. Let's go, baby. I love it. Okay, I am alone today. Boom. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. I'm alone today. This is hard. Okay. No, I'm kidding. Because Jeff has a student, because he's doing this thing and it's kind of busy. He's doing a good job. Where they just do it's a short little 20-minute thing where he just comes up with a custom study plan for you. It's really working out well. He has a couple people. It's a weekly thing. It's either $25 each time for 20, 30 minutes or $100 a month. And you just check in every week. Every week you do a check-in for 20, 30 minutes. Usually the first one is a little longer, like 40 minutes or so to get your deal, set your plan up. And then they do a check-in they check in once a week. You set a schedule. This way it keeps it up. And then if you're tutoring with me or one of my tutors or even on here, you don't have to be working with us. You can do that alone just to set up a plan. We're trying to help people out as much as we can and steal money at the same time. Now, but the weather's just shitty, but it is what it is. I will have a hard stop at 9 because I do have a student right after that. Okay. Michael thinks he's funny. Now, couple things we'll do. First of all, if you need help, reach out to Jeff at Kappa Advantage Tutoring. He's not on here, but he's going to be on. He might come on later, but who knows how long the lesson goes. We'll see what happens. If you need help, if you're looking for free resources, watch this thing going across the bottom. It's FINRA and NASAA Exam Test Prep Network, okay? That is a, what is I going to say? I don't even know what that is. That's a Facebook group with almost 8,000 people in it. Super great. Super great. It's bigly good, right? Okay, so now the whole point is it's really helpful. A lot of people on there helping each other out. There's chat rooms. They start study groups all the time. It's super active. So if you go to the Facebook group, FINRA and NASAA Exam Test Prep Network, it's a private group, so people outside the group can't see what you say. You have to. Also, when you join in, please answer the fucking questions, okay? Please answer the fucking questions because you're not going to get in without it. Because I'm doing that to keep the spammers out. Because if you have an open group, then anyone can get in there and start spamming you. So kind of don't want to do that. Okay. So now, I think that works. If you need help, go check out. If you need tutoring, I have Series7exam.org, which is I have 4 tutors under me. See, whenever I go Siri, this thing goes off. I got to change it. I'm going to have to tell them to change the name of the exam so it doesn't set off my iPhone. Now, I have 4 tutors under there. One for the 79. Awesome. I have one for the SIE. That's Michael LaRose, who keeps giving me shit about the other exams. I have 2 for the Series 7. I have 2 that are good for all the exams. I have 1 for the SIE, and he's a bargain. Yeah, Gear Grinder. No, Jeff's teaching a class. He's doing that custom study plan with someone. He may come on, but usually he starts at 8. And I think it usually lasts 40 to 45 minutes. So, and it's like $25 and it's one time and it gets sets you up the right way and he checks in and all that. Don't forget, we have the memberships since it's NASAA night for a mere $25. You're going to get the class. We meet at 6 p.m. on Eastern every Friday night. If you do join, make sure you put the notifications on. Okay. Make sure you get the notifications on so that we're good to go. And I want to see something here. Let's see if this works. Because it's supposed to go. Let's see. Nope, not that. That is not that. You guys talk amongst yourself. How about that? Okay. Why not? No, nope. Oh, there it is. Let's see if that works. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see. Let's find out. I don't know how this works. Oh. Oh, I got it. So maybe I am? That's interesting. I think I'm live in 2 different places. We'll see if it works. Okay. So see if there's other things coming in here because it's supposed to be live on TikTok also, but I don't know how that works because I have no idea if it's there. So just trying to figure this shit out. Nope, I'm not, but I'll figure it out. I'll get it one time. I'll figure this shit out one day. Okay. There you go. Okay, let's see. We got some questions on here. Okay. Diesel, baby. Let's get going. On to the 63. That's awesome. Okay. 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 Let's get into this. First of all, I can go over alpha beta. That's not so bad. Let me get Diesel out of the way, baby. Diesel. Fucking Diesel, baby. That is outstanding. So you're not done yet, so you don't get the freedom one. We'll give you a good one. I don't know. I feel good. I knew that would. Baby, that's it. You feel good, baby. Little James Brown. Okay, now I think I like that. Oh, I think I know what it is. Let's see. Nope, still nothing. Okay, I'll figure it out one day. Okay, now let's get into these questions. Okay. Madalena, I can do this. Okay. Now, insider trading is its own thing. But here's the deal. So if you have civil violations, right? Okay. So if you have civil violations, oh, I should turn this on, huh? I'm not going to put the ticker on. But let's see what happens. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Fat man on a lot. Okay. So now let's get into this. So if you're doing civil, okay. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. And we're going to get going. Let's see. So now, what do we got here? We're going to work on, I'm trying to stretch my ass out. Now, what we're going to work on here is if it's civil, okay? If it's civil, then you have none of this shit. There's no criminal stuff. So if you have unethical, then it's civil and there's jail time is never a thing. However, if it's criminal, then you might have jail time. So I call it the 3-5-10 rule, baby. 3-5-10. So here's what happens. It's 3 years in jail. So if it's a state one, it's 3 years in jail or a $5,000 fine. State, 3-5-10 rule. 3 years in jail, $5,000 fine. If it's federal, it's 5 years in jail, $10,000 fine. Okay. So always remember the fine is bigger than the years, right? 3-5-10. State is 3 years in jail, $5,000 fine. If it's federal, it's 5 years in jail, $10,000 fine. Now, the statute of limitations should be 5 years. So on unethical, statute of limitation is 3 years, but no more than 2 years after discovery. And criminal is 5 years. Because you did a crime, they got to come after you. Okay. So again, they're not going to make you determine whether something's criminal or not. All they're going to do is they're going to make sure that you have, if they say unethical or unintentional, then it's civil. If they say intentional or willful, then it's criminal. That's the best way to think about that. Okay, good stuff. Now, let's keep moving. Greetings from Brazil, all the way from Rio. Okay, I don't know Portuguese. Okay, so now, should I supplement with my SIE retake with Kaplan Q Bank? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right. So, Samuel, I think if you get the Kaplan Q Bank, it'll help you. But focus on reading too. Okay. You got to read as much as possible, but focus on reading as much as you can. Okay. I think that's the best way to do it. Okay. Focus on reading as much as you can. And remember, I would say definitely focus on reading the whole thing if you can. If you haven't, get on it. If you then start, once you find your weaknesses, then start attacking. But it will help to attack everything at one time. Okay. I don't care. Okay. Now. Okay. Alpha and beta, baby. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'll do it. Let me bring up a Zoom and do it that way. It might be easier. New meeting. Don't care about that recording. I don't want to start the video, but I do want to start this. And I think we're up and running. Now let me share screen. We're doing alpha beta, baby. Let's see how it shows up. Let's see. I'm going to draw on here. Okay, that may work. And that may be big enough to do this. Let's see. So let's say, I'm going to do the middle, and I'll see if it works. So let's say you have a beta of 1.5. Okay, that means you're going to move 1.5 times the market. Okay, so let's see if it works. Let me move it over a little bit. So now I know where my wall is. Okay, so you have a beta of 1.5. Everyone should be able to see that. Now, beta is your multiplier. That's how much you're moving compared to the market. Okay, so if you're beta 1.5, and let's say the market goes up 12%. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. So now beta is a multiplier. So you're expected to do, beta is literally just multiply times the market. So if the market went up 12, you do 1.5, Grant, you're going to do 12 times 1.5, 12 times 1.5. That's going to give you 18. So that's our expected, that's one way to do it. Now we're not done. So our expected rate of return is 18%. That's what we're expected to do. Okay. That should be fine. That should make sense. Now, you all can hear me, right? Good. Okay. Now, now, what if you actually did, instead of expected, what did you actually earn? Your actual return was 21%. Did you do better or worse than expected? So we have a market of 12, beta of 1.5. We're expected to do 18 because it's 12 times 1.5, but we actually did 21. So we did 3 points better. That's alpha. Okay. Alpha is what you do better than expected. Now, this is one way to do it. I'm going to show you the way Kaplan does it, and the test might do it. Not heavily, but they could. So again, beta is a multiplier. If beta is more than 1, you're more volatile. If beta is less than 1, you're more conservative. Hope that makes sense. Now, moving on with this. Let's say they add in this bullshit of what they call the risk-free rate of return, which is like the T-bills. Let's say they have a risk-free rate of return of 2%. So we're going to actually everything else is the same, except for we have a risk-free rate of return of 2%. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to go, okay, we have to subtract the risk-free rate from the 12. This is easy. It just looks complicated, okay? The vendors make it so fucking hard. So because you're trying to find the risk premium, how much you're doing over the risk-free rate, which is T-bills. So you're going to do 12 minus 2. That gives us 10. So our risk premium is 10. Then we multiply the 10 times 1.5. That's going to equal 15%. Okay, now we're not done. Then you put the 2 back in. It's so fucking stupid. Plus the 2 equals, so our expected return is 17%. I didn't hit enter. Hold on. So our expected return is 17%. Now, again, if we do, I'm trying to go back and forth. If we actually do 21%, we did 4 points better. That's alpha, so it's 4 points of alpha. That's all it is. Grant, I hope that helps. That's all it is beta times my market times, then you just compare that to what you actually do. Now, sometimes they'll try tricky ways to say it. They'll go, oh, ABC has a beta of 1, and it earned 10%. And PDQ has a beta 1.5. What's the expected? Remember, if you have a beta of 1, you're moving the same as the market. So if ABC has a beta of 1 and it moves 10%, you're moving 10%. Okay? That's all it is. It's just trying to trick you a little bit. It's not a big deal. I think it's fine. I hope that helps a little bit. Hope that helps you a little bit, Grant. Okay. Okay, Caleb. I hope you did that. Now, I hope you're scoring 70 to 78 on Kaplan Sims. Hope you still read the book and didn't just do the content outline, but that's good. You should feel confident. You should feel okay with this. This isn't bad. If you're in the 70 to 78 rates on Kaplan. And the ones you get wrong are more like, if the ones you get wrong are more like the one like stupid mistakes or misreading, then you're probably in good shape. Don't worry about it too much. That's really where that is. So, but if it's like lack of knowledge, you may want to try to bump that up by taking a couple of days off. Not off, like off of testing and just go back to reading the lower sections. That's probably your better bet. Okay. Okay. I failed this. I'm sorry you missed. Okay. Okay. On the 66, it's pretty consistent. There's two sections that hurt people, either investment vehicles or the regs. That's just the way it is. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Trying to do something here. Just see the top of my head. That's crazy. That's probably a better thing. Hold on. I'm trying to make it so the words are in front of me. I feel like you need to be seen. Let's see if that's better. It's worse. Oh, okay. There we go. That's worse. Okay. So if you failed on Monday, so I would say take a couple of days off. And then reread. So it's on Monday. Hopefully you take a couple of days off. It's now Juneteenth, Thursday. So I would start reading tomorrow. Just read through the whole book, whatever it is. If you're averaging 80 plus on practice exams, you got to go back and read and read everything. Don't just focus on the week, because you don't want to spend all your shit on regs, get that up to the 75% range, and then drop on the other and fail again. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're on track. Okay. So I would say your best bet. Where am I? Oh, okay. I'd say your best bet is read the book again and then start taking chapter quizzes and come in here. And if you really want help, go ask Jeff. You can pay for Jeff to do that. Or you can join our Friday night club, baby. Correct. So every Friday night, our Friday night wine tasting club, we meet at 6 p.m. going over all the topics. And even if you don't meet with, say you don't want to go join that, but the other thing is join the Facebook group. Get in a study group. Try to get in a study group. It'll help a lot. I promise. Join a study group. Having other people hold you accountable and you go back and forth with them is super duper valuable. Okay. That's fine. Look, Gear Grinder, here's what you're right. It's not the best mindset to go in, but here's the thing. Here's the interesting. Sometimes if you go in there with hey, I'm just going to give it a shot and not worry about it, you do better because you're reading it. As long as you pay attention to the stuff, you might be fine. If you're in the mid 60s, you know enough to get close. Maybe get an easy test. Maybe just going in there with the, hey, cool vibes attitude will bump your score up. Going in there nervous is not a good way to go in. So I would definitely say if you go in there relaxed and stuff, you'll be in much better shape. Okay. 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 So Active 34. Okay. So Active 34 on these exams is on the NASAA stuff is not that big, but it's pretty straightforward. So Active 33 is new issues, right? Active 33 is new issues. Active 34, okay, is all about trading and manipulation. So I use the acronym MISPERMS, MISSPERMS, okay? MISPERMS, okay? That's what I put. So MISSPERMS, okay? Okay. Now, if I have, so how do we remember that? MISPERMS, MISSPERMS. So M for manipulation. So Active 34 covers manipulation. Then we have I for the insiders. It defined the insiders. Then it defined the SEC. That's the S. Then it does short selling. If you want to sell short, you have to get a borrow or a locate before you execute. Another one is P, proxy rules, vote by mail. Okay, you get somebody else vote for you. E, the exchanges had to register. Exchanges and broker dealers have to register with the SEC. Okay. Then the R's reports like 10Qs, 10Ks, 8Ks. Then M, the last M is margin. That's under Reg T. That's a Federal Reserve Board. And the last S is stabilization. That's like allows the underwriter, after they do an IPO, to stabilize by buying the shares at the IPO price or a little bit lower to keep it from dropping. Okay, good stuff. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. No, it's incorrect. Yeah, it's not right. You cannot. So here's the thing: if you're an IAR, if your customer, no, STC does that, and I disagree. I think they're wrong on that. But under this, under the rules, IARs can borrow and lend from an affiliate of the firm or a lending institution. That's it. No one else. FINRA allows the other stuff. And actually, the way I know this is hardcore is that NASAA actually wrote a letter to FINRA to ask them to change it. And that is that. So the answer is no. I don't like their take on it, but it is what it is. Okay. Christina, I don't know. Michael, stop putting the same shit in over. I mean, you just did it 2 times, right? Unless you didn't mean to press it twice. Okay. Now, it looks like it repeated itself. That's funny. Maybe everyone put it in at the same time. Christina, I don't know. You just got to learn I have a couple of videos, a quick and easy cheat sheet with the box that shows you all this stuff. Like I'll show you. There's a good box here that helps with some of the stuff. You got to kind of get an idea, like feel it. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand why they do it. It makes it much easier if you understand why they do it. I got to change it to this, I think. There we go. Share screen. Like this is a nice thing, right? I really try to make visuals as much as I can. That doesn't work so well. So let me change it to this. See if you can. Can't make it any bigger. If I make it bigger, it takes up the whole thing. You can try to read that. I don't know if that helps. Actually, if you're not watching on your phone, you're in a better shape. How do I make my screen smaller? There it is. Okay. That may help a little bit. Okay. But the rules and regs, other than just reading them over and over again, and you don't need to know the numbers. Remember that. You don't need to know the numbers. You just need to know what they mean. They're not going to ask you like, oh, what is this? What is that? It's going to be, a lot of times it's going to be a scenario. Okay. Oh my God, no. 18 days, that's a lot of time, Gina. I hope that. One second. My boss is texting me, my wife. Okay. Okay, no, it's not too late. Not at all. Not at all. That's easily done. Okay. Ah! Okay. I scare myself sometimes. Now, it's funny. If I turn my thing this way, right? I'll do this. I'm always off to, no matter what happens, I'm off to the side. It doesn't like me. I think it knows I have a bet. It tries to get me off camera. The camera tries to get me off camera as much as it can. Okay. So it's not too late. Where are you struggling? If you best bet, if you really don't know what tutor to go with, it's either Mike or probably Mike or Arsen or me. I can go with you. But don't forget, there's also another tutor out there who's really good. I'm not associated with him, but I'm friendly with him and I love him. Michael Weiss over at Series70examtutor.com. He's solid. He's really good. And he has a CFP, he has a CFA, so he knows this stuff cold, and he's really good. Okay. Okay. Sam Kratchuk. Okay, my best bet is find my crash course playlist. And if you don't have time to watch all that, watch the quick and dirty, and then make sure you go over like what the register up can and can't do. It's not a little things test. Remember that most of these tests are not about the little things. There are there. I mean, there's some details on there, but it's much more about understanding. So again, Sam's taking the SIE tomorrow. First of all, get the fuck off my live, go get some sleep. And my biggest bet would be to go over the register rep rules just one last time, or watch my Quick and Dirty, the mastery thing, and just get some sleep. And here's a big thing: read. If you're passing your exams, you're fine. It's not that, I mean, it's a hard exam, but it's not impossible. But what happens is people tend to get like quick. They go too quick. So make sure you read every word. Make sure you read every single word you can find. Don't skim. Don't do it. Just kind of go at it and try to read every single word for the short. That's your best bet. That's what you really need to do. Okay. Mitch, thank you. Oh, Mitch, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Where are you that you saw this? Okay. Are you in a group? That's awesome. Okay. Guys, don't forget, if you like what I'm doing, on my videos, leave a comment. If you like what I'm saying, say, hey, you're an idiot, you're not good, whatever it is. Hit a like and share it to anyone you think it'll work. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I like it. My Ken line. Okay. Third attempt is next Thursday. You got a 70. Oh, my God. The worst fucking score ever. Okay. Oh, E. Whitney, I think you're good. Just make sure you're solid. Make sure you know your stuff. Make sure that you're feeling it, right? Make sure that you're understanding what you got wrong. And especially, this is where everyone falls apart. People say don't read, like, I don't know why. Don't read, don't waste your time on the right answers. Motherfucker. If you get it right because you guessed, that's worse than getting it wrong, because then it goes into your bank and you think, oh, I got it right. And then you're learning the wrong shit. That's why I say testing isn't studying. Reading, watching videos, taking notes, flashcards, even though I'm against notes. That's the type of studying. Testing is to see where you are. Note taking is the other stuff. Reading, watching videos, all that other stuff is studying. So I think you're fine. You're taking it in a week. Okay, next Thursday, that means you have a week. Make sure here's what I tell everyone. Watch the crash course. Keep going over the investment vehicles. Keep going over, make sure you got the regs down. I mean, understanding why. And then here's what I tell everyone: the day before you take the 65 or 66, make sure you read the investment advisory clients, at least the trust estates and joint account stuff. Just read it again. It's not that it's hard, but it's not, it's low hanging fruit. It's heavily enough tested. Like there's probably 5 or 6 questions on it, maybe more. But it's a shit you read in the beginning and you probably don't remember it. And you think, oh, I knew this from the 7 or something like that. Read it again. You want that shit on the top of your mind. Okay. Mitch, I appreciate it. I am trying to lose as much weight as possible because I'm hoping to go to Disney, not this summer, next summer. And I want to make sure I can go on the rides. And I want to go skydiving. And I know that that's hard. Brianna. Okay. Brianna. Watch my playlist. Well, I mean, that's the thing. So I'll give you recommendations. That's like I have 3 hours to go over this, or 5 hours, right? Okay. Watch the playlist. Okay. Watch the whole playlist. Read the book. Focus on reading the book. Join a study group. I don't know if you were there. There's a Brianna in the group who joined a study group. I hope that's you. Find a group of girls or guys that you can get along with and do a study group with them. Okay. It's going to help. They keep you accountable. Meet like 3 times a week. Go over shit. Challenge each other. That's the big part of these groups. You can't just sit there and be a passive, like a limited partnership, just to be a passive owner. You got to be fucking involved. You got to argue. You got to fight. You got to go, no, you're wrong, and be wrong sometimes and be right. Here's what I tell everyone in my group, the Friday night groups. I'd rather you guess wrong than not answer. Because if you guess wrong, I know you didn't know it and I can fix it. If you don't answer, I don't know if you got it wrong, so I ignore you. So you got to be involved. You got to argue. I got to go to Alexandra from 2 years. I guess it was 2 years ago. Wow, longer. She wanted to take it over 4 months. We got it down to a month. She joined a group. They met like 3 times a week. 3 solid women that they beat each other up mentally and they really challenge each other. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing, Alexander. First, hopefully that means you passed the 7, right? I assume. Okay. So I'm going to give it 1 anyway because it's been kind of quiet. I'm assuming you passed the 7.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance.
Boom. Okay, now on to this. So don't ever do that. Don't not guys. And this is where this is the question I get all the time, and I shut everyone down. When they first start studying it, what should I focus on? The fucking book, the whole fucking book, not part of it, not the most topic. If you had like a week to study, okay, we can work on priority, right? But right now, you gotta bring everything in, bring it all in, get everything, learn everything. Then start niching down on the bad shit. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I have two playlists, right? I have a 54 video one that covers the whole test. The crash course is 11 videos. That's what you should watch like the week before. Like watch those. There's like 11 videos, all high target shit, all gonna help you. And a lot of times when I get feedback from the exam, I do like a 3 or 4 minute video, a short on it. I throw it in there so this way you can see what's new, what's popping up. And again, I don't have answers, but I give you how to answer it and what I think they're going to ask you and little knowledge, right? Nobody can have a problem with that. Now, also anyone taking the 65, 66, I'm not trying to sell it, but I got the membership group. It's $25 a month. It's like $8 a class. We meet every Friday night. Not 4th of July. We're not doing because I want to stay married. But other than that, I did a class on Christmas Eve one time. Like if you watch my Erin video, we did a class on Christmas Eve. How great was that? I don't know how I stayed married after that. Oh, I know why. Because my kids are old enough they don't give a shit about me. Okay. And my grandkids are too young to stay up that late. Okay. Okay, here we go. Allison. Anyone who's in a state has to sign a consent to service or process. The IA, the IAO. Now remember, that's a good question. I have a question in my own head. One second. I'm thinking yes, but I want to see. Hold on. Okay. I'm with it. Okay. Now, so this is why I was going to bring it up. So every IAs, IARs, BDs, and agents sign this consent to service process, including federal covered IAs. In the notice filing, they'll sign a consent to service process. The reason is they get sued. They can give it to the administrator. It's the same as them. If you guys see somewhere that I'm wrong about the federal one, let me know. I'll fucking fix it. But right now, I'm assuming a yes. So anything that registers or is going to do business in the state has to do a consent to serve as a process. It's one time. You don't have to keep redoing it. You do it one time, and it allows the administrator to accept legal papers on your behalf. So if you get sued, they have to prove that they gave it to you. So you're being served. You ever see the movie where they go, hey, is your name Ken Finnan? Yes, you've been served. Shit like that, okay? So that's the consent to serve as a process, okay? Now, has to be signed once. Anyone who goes in the state. However, the surety bond is a little different. So if you have custody, do a surety bond. So I always heard this one. Broker dealers are kind of assumed to have custody, okay, because they hold their shit. So I would say broker dealers have custody. So they have the surety bond. Unless they have a net cap that's high enough, then it's waived. Agents can have custody. So now that what happens is if they work for broker dealer, the surety bond for that works for them. IAs can have custody, so they have to do a surety bond. IARs do not have custody. I don't know why, but they don't have custody. They don't do a surety bond. It's just the way it is. Okay. Chris Woods. Okay. All 4 have to do that. Okay. Okay. Misperms. MISSPERMS. Misperms. Manipulation. Insiders. SEC. Short selling. Proxy rules. Exchanges and broker dealers register. R reports. 8K. 10K. 10K is audited. Remember that. M for manipulation, for a margin, and S for stabilization. Okay, good. I love it, Mitch. Okay. Oh, here we go. Exactly. Read the fucking question. I don't have one for the 33, but hold on. Okay. Oh, there you go, Mark. That's awesome. So yeah, fucking let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay. I think so. One, I don't like pushing it, but maybe get a tutor. Maybe join a study group. Daniel, that'll help you a bit. Okay. So I'm going to give you a real answer here. So if you may have failed it by 6, you were close, but not that close, right? So close enough that it's painful that you can see it, but not close enough that you just need to tweak a little bit. Focus on rereading everything. I have videos that match up with the STC book that may help a little bit. If not, join a study group. We have them in the Facebook group. They happen all the time. They're growing. And if you just post in the Facebook group, I want to start a study group, you'll get 5 or 6 people go, hey, I want to join one too. And boom, you can make it work. Oh, this is what I tell everyone with study groups. Invite more than you want, because most of the time, only 70% of the people show up. That's just the way it is. Okay. But here's the thing. Once you get a tribe, once you get a group that are all in, you're good. Okay. If you get 4 people, 3 people, 4 people in a group, you're going to rock it. You'll be fine. You'll hold each other accountable, and then always invite other people in, because sometimes having another person in there shakes it up a little bit. That's a good thing. Okay. Now, Kaplan's great. I think they do a good job. I actually think they do a good job on the regs portion. I think STC does a better job. Oh, that's right. 7. Never mind. Kaplan does a good job. But if you're having tough time with it, where did you struggle? Was it, again, this is more NASAA night, but it's fine. I can talk about this. If it's options, join my options group. Okay. If you felt good with options, and don't join my options group, save your fucking money. But if you can, we have a group that we meet every Friday night at 7 and 8 p.m. 7 for the FINRA stuff, 8 for options. But if you're good with options, don't worry about it. I would reread the entire book. Watch the videos that match up. If you have Kaplan, find their on-demand videos. They're a little painful, but it's doable. If you want other videos, maybe if you don't like mine don't do it or whatever, try out Test Geek over at Test Geek Exam Prep. He has some good videos. His name is Brian Lee. Some of the stuff are outdated, but it's good on the concept stuff. Okay. But again, if you use my options, don't use theirs, because theirs are different. Okay. Tim Policari. Okay. I used to work with a guy named Ken Policari, on a different spelling though. Policri. Okay. So they're not memory cues, but let's talk about it. Okay. Now, this is the thing I took. A girl today was saying she was having trouble with the insurance stuff, right? And this is what I tell her. Think of this. So insurance, I'm going to take this down. No, I'm going to leave it up. So, remember, guys, I have ADD. You got to deal with that shit. Or I'm just crazy. One of the two. Always think there's 2 types of insurance. There's term, and then there's permanent. Term is like renting insurance, okay? Term insurance is like renting insurance. Like when you rent an apartment, there's no equity. There's no equity. There's no cash buildup. When it ends, like when you leave your apartment, there's no equity. When the term ends, you leave. Maybe you get it renewed, but if not, you leave. Okay, just like term. Usually with term, it's going to be cheaper. Like rent normally is cheaper, especially with the interest rates where they are. Term is cheaper. We have you have no equity, but when it ends, it ends. But here's the thing about term. If you're 25 and you buy a 10-year term, yes, it's going to be based on a 25-year-old. Okay. Now, if you have automatic renewal, that means when you're 35, they will renew it automatically without you needing a physical. But they will go, oh, you're 35 now. You're more likely to die, so we're going to raise the rate. So your rate will go up when you turn 35. But here's the thing. If you buy a 10-year term and you die in 9 years, your family gets the money. If you die in the 11th year, your family gets nothing. So I joke, I have term 80. I have a bunch of whole life, but I have term 80 for $2-3 million, right? So if I die before 80, my family gets a $2 million check, or I think 2.5 now. If I die at 81, they get nothing. So I say, if I die at 79, please investigate, because I was probably check my food. So right around 75, I'm going to hire a food test taker, because I have a feeling there'll be a little bit of arsenic in every day until it builds up and I just croak. Okay, that's term. Whole permanent life means you have it for life. That means the premiums you're paying, some of it goes to the insurance, some of it goes to cash value. Kind of like your mortgage, right? You buy a house. So term is like renting insurance. Whole is like buying insurance. You're buying it. So you're buying into it. So you put money in, some of it goes toward the insurance part, and then the rest goes to your equity or cash value. And it builds up. But remember, even if you've only made 3 or 4 payments, if you die, they get the $1 million, $2 million, whatever it is. The problem with whole life or permanent is that it's more expensive than term. So a lot of people say buy the term for the cheaper, take the difference and invest it, which is smart, but a lot of people don't do it. So there's 3 types of permanent insurance we got to talk about. Whole life, your premiums are fixed. Your cash value grows at a fixed rate. It does grow. It's not really invested. It's just, and then you have a fixed death benefit. Okay, that's it. So if you buy $1 million policy, you're paying like say $1,000 a month. You're paying $1,000 a month for the next until you're 99. Then once you turn 99, yes, they waive it. Okay. But the good thing is on all of these, if you, not the term, but if you leave halfway through, say after 20 years you go, I can't afford it anymore, you can cash out and get cash. The surrender, you get what they call surrender value, cash value. Or you can borrow against it, all that stuff, because you have equity. You can take out your equity. Now, that's whole life. Fixed premium, fixed growth, fixed death benefit. Now, let's say like up until about 2-3 years ago, I would be really busy from February, like end of January till like middle of December. And then I would be so dead, I'm doubting on my life choices. Maybe 2 or 3 students a day. I'm like, I can't do this, right? I do like 10 or 12 a day. So going down to 2 or 3 is like, oh my God. So now I don't worry about it anymore, but now I'm busy all the time. So I got the 4 tutors working for me. It's all good stuff. But when I was lower, I did not have a solid cash flow all the time. So I could afford more shit from February till December. So December and January, I couldn't afford as much. So if I did universal, say I had a $24,000 a year insurance payment, I could pay $2,000 a month every month as a whole life, or universal, I can maybe pay $3,000 a month for 8 months, or I can pay $4,000 a month for 6. I can adjust it whatever I want. I can adjust the payments up and down to adjust for like payments, what I can afford. But here's what happens. So if I do regular whole life, if I fail to make my full payments, I could get canceled. Straight up canceled. They give me my money back, minus their fees, and they jack you for fees. Universal, they won't cancel. Say you're supposed to pay $24,000 a year. Say you only pay 18. They will just at the end of the year, they will, okay, you didn't pay it. We will adjust your death benefit down. That's all they're going to do is adjust the death benefit down. That's it. That's all they'll do. Okay. They'll say, oh, you paid 80%. We're going to reduce your $1 million to like 950. And here's the other part of it. You can overfund in a universal. You can say you're supposed to pay $24,000 a month. You put in 30. So that at the end of the year, they will bump your death benefit up. It's kind of a way of hiding your money. Now, none of the things I talk about are securities. None of them. So they're all insurance or not securities. However, variable life insurance is a security. So it has a fixed premium, but the money is what they call the separate account or the sub account. I'm watching my dogs. Okay. A separate account or sub account. If I do that, the money's invested and I control where it's invested. Okay. If I invest it in the sub account, okay, or the separate, it's going to be invested in the market. And I can choose the risk. I'd be very risky, not risky. And the actually cash value go up or down every year. Now, technically, it can go down. I can literally actually have a negative cash flow, negative equity, not negative equity, but negative cash flow for 10 years in a row. And I have no money in there. But my death benefit still stays. So if I buy $1 million variable annuity, no matter how bad the market does, if I die, my family gets $1 million. But I may have no equity or cash value in there because my investments suck. But here's the other part of it. If I put money in and it grows faster than we expected, or maybe whatever assumed interest rate, it will actually increase. So if I have $1 million policy and it does well, my policy might go to 1.5 or 1.7 because the growth of the equity is pushing it up. There you go. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. I am 17 minutes. Okay. Trying to catch up. 100% Mitch. Watch it. Watch it till you know it. Like, when you guys use, that's why I try to do these little song things. I try to do these rhymes. Maybe some of it sticks. I just did a risk one, or I did a suitability one. It works for this too. But I did a suitability rhyme. Maybe it sticks. Maybe it sticks in your head. You go, oh my God, that fucking horrible voice. I hear him doing a poem. Okay. Max, I'll get to you. Yeah, Jeff, that's right. Exactly. So read the whole book first, then I tell everyone, read the whole book, then do chapter quizzes, anything under 70, reread, then move on. Don't sit on one chapter forever. If you have the point where you are, I move around so much. So it's like anyway, I'll leave it at that. So now, to move on to if you're getting through the chapter quizzes and you're kind of okay with it, move on to the progress exams. Because the progress exams in STC cover 3 or 4 chapters, right? So that's a good thing. Like progress number 1A covers 1, 2, 3. 1B covers 1, 2, 3 also, just it's a different one. And remember, the good thing about the chapter exams and the progress exams, they are a different Q bank than the other one. So you get different stuff. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I know, but Madeline, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna rock it. I mean, maybe I'll do it on the 3rd. Maybe I'll do it on the Thursday night. We'll see. Maybe I'll just be nice and do it on the 3rd. I don't. It depends on what kind of students I have. Oh wait, the 3rd is a Thursday, but I'll have this. We'll have this. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna rock this. You're gonna be fine, Madeline. We're gonna rock this thing. Okay. Max Alonso. Okay. Mitch, I don't disagree. You want to be in the 80s on this shit. Okay. But let me get to you. Yes. I'll get, or Ari, I'll get you. Okay, now. Okay. 63 tomorrow. Good. So I would say watch my quick and dirty for the 63. I would then, if you have time, go do a last minute review of ethics and prohibited activity. Either watch the video or read the chapter or whatever. That's your best bet, Max. The ethics and prohibited activities is where people get hurt. And make sure that you read every fucking word. The problem with the 63 is that you don't have enough time, right? It's a quick test, okay? It's a fast test. So don't waste your time. Don't rush, but keep an eye on the time. You want to make sure you're doing it about an hour, because if you come in at an hour 5, that's a big cushion for this test. So take your time, but be conscious of, read every word, but be conscious of how much time you have. So if you have a really long question and you're like, oh, I know it, but I can get to it later, mark for review, come back to it later. You may have 15 minutes to work on it. Mitch, I agree. Okay. Yeah, but right now, Ari, you're taking it Sunday. Don't worry about your scores. Notman tends to be more convoluted than the exam. Like, they're pretty good. They're good. I love Notman. I love the people there and everything. They're very valuable and all that stuff. But I would keep working on stuff. I would make sure, just like I told Max, make sure you get the ethics and prohibited activities down. Go through their key concepts. They'll help you. Those. Remember, if I die, you better make my ass fireball. Don't forget to like my shit and make a comment. Do a comment later. Do a comment on another video. Make me feel good. Make me feel like I have fucking friends. Okay. You're on track to pass. I think you're good, especially with Notman. I think they're harder. But I would not take any tests on Saturday. I mean, I don't believe in that. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't think there's upside. I'd rather you spend Saturday like preparing, rereading sections that are bad, rereading the ethics, reading some of the regs, watching my crash course stuff. I'm taking it easy. Make sure you go over their key concepts. But you're in good shape. Notman's questions are definitely more convoluted than the real exam. Okay. Boom. I appreciate it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, Lee's. I love it. Hope you're still on here. It's only 10 minutes behind. Boom, baby. Guys, I'm only 10 minutes behind now. So if you've asked a question, hang out, baby. We're going to get there. Okay. Lee's. Okay. I love it. Where we go. Oh, this is a good one. Boom, baby. I love it, Lee's, baby. I love it. That's awesome. This is what I tell everyone. I appreciate your saying. I appreciate that you say that it's for me. I appreciate it. And by the way, Madeline, I will get your question. I'm not blowing you off. I agree. And I am the original. I started doing this. I broke the mold in 2019. Nobody was doing this shit. Okay, so now doing tests on here, doing playlists on here, doing the quick and dirty, the tips and tricks, started it all. Now, what was I going to say here? That's the one problem. I have fucking ADD in the worst way. I do appreciate it, but remember, you did the work. I helped you a little bit, but you did the work. As my friend, not that I would ever, if you take LSD, it's just a catalyst. Your mind takes a trip. So all I did was get you going. Think of the LSD. I helped you along. You did the work. Okay. Now, Madalena. Okay, here we go. Spelled the same way as my daughter, too. Now, except for she's now in Panama and she speaks Spanish fluently. Now, let's go with this. If the agent is terminated, say you are JP Morgan and you go to Goldman, all three, JP Morgan files a U5, you have to make sure it's done, and then Goldman will file the U4 and you have to make sure it's done. So on the agent side, everyone's involved. It's not like the agent actually fills this shit out, but they're responsible to make sure it's done, okay? Now, that's the agent side. Now, on the IA side, When the IAR leaves, it depends. Okay. My Zoom just ended. So now, if the IAR leaves, it depends. If they work for think about it this way. If you work for, just remember, easy one, broker dealer, everyone says you can remember that. On the IA side, if the IAR works for a state advisor, they are in the states. So the IA files it because they have a platform, because they're in the state. If it's a federal covered advisor, the IAR is responsible for it because technically the federal covered advisor is not at the state, so they don't have a platform to do it. So think about it. If I'm a federal covered advisor, I don't really have a connection with the state, so I don't have a way to file. It's not that true, but just think of it that way. And then if I'm a state covered advisor, I'm with the state, so I can file. So again, IAR for federal, the IAR files. If it's an IAR for state, the IA does. Hope that helps. And remember, the agent, everyone does. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of option questions. And you do options all day long, right, Mitch? I love it. Options are for the smart people. Andrew, I'd like to say my videos are enough, but they're not. By the way, guys, this other thing. Go check out it. If you're taking the SAE, you're just looking for a supplement, go check out Achievable. They're the fucking shit. I have SDC. I have links for SDC, but I have links. If you're taking the SAE, Andrew, go find a link. Even if you don't want to, go on your own. You can go to achievable.me on your own, or you can use my link. I think there's a $10 discount. They explain it better than anyone else. Here's the thing. Nobody really cares if you fail once you pass, but you really want to fail the first time. And just using my videos, okay? Look, you're probably in finance and all that stuff. It's fine. But it's the rules that get you. Yes, my videos will help you a lot in doing questions, but I really would just get a book. Get Achievable or buy the Cap and Q Bank. Do it that way. I think it'll help a lot. Okay. Yep, I love it. Oh, God. Okay. There you go. I like it. Oh, there you go. You know that, right? The MEC, if you give too much, right? If you give too much, it's a MEC. But I don't bring it up because it's not on the test. Okay. Look, Mitch, you sound like an insurance. Okay. He's funny. No, Mitch is good. I like him. Okay. Yeah, we love Mitch. Okay. Jennifer, of course, that's literally what this is for, baby. This is for asking questions. Okay. I love Mitch. Okay. Dear Grinder, you may pick something up from this. But the MEC, look, I love people coming on here who pass and come back. So Gear Grinder, that's going to be in a year. No, probably not. You'll be like, fuck this. I'm deleting his ass. Once you pass it, be like, he is gone from my life. Never have to deal with it again. So Jennifer, definitely ask a question. Ari, we're going to get you through this. Okay. I think they're fine. I just think as a supplement, they're fine. I think their questions are tough. I think they miss some stuff. But look, you can use them, but I would get it. If you're going to use them, that's fine because they're cheaper. But I would get the Cap and Q Bank or buy Achievable as a supplement. I would. They're fine. If you have them already, some firms use them. So I would work on getting a supplement with them. I think they're fine. I would get a supplement. I would do the Cap and Q Bank and or get the Achievable program to supplement your shit. I would, just to make sure you have different things. Okay. See, Lisa, every fucking word you did. You were a bad bitch. 100%. You're going to nail this thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, person enjoyed Kaplan. That's awesome. I love it. Okay. That works. I like Kaplan too. I do. Okay. By the way, I think by the way, Gear Grinder, you'll be back here in a year telling us shit. Okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, that's true. Gear, I understand. So since Kaplan's harder, it feels like you're doing better when you beat that. But what's cool is that Kaplan is actually kind of trying to reduce their book. They're trying to reduce their book by like 25% over the next couple quarters. I think by Q3 they want to have 25% less questions, 25% but information, all that stuff. Okay, that works. But Kaplan does a good job with the regs. They really do. Lee's, that's awesome. I love it. Okay. That's great. I appreciate it. Do that on the. It's probably easier on the Facebook group. If you join the Facebook group, you could probably just share that with other people easier, and they will really appreciate it. It's good. It's hard to do on YouTube, but it's much easier to do on. And I think people would love it. Everyone's always looking for a little help. Yeah, I like them. If you want to buy, here's the thing: since you're using Notman marks for the 6, if you want to challenge yourself, go to the Kaplan Q Bank. Or if you want another vendor in general, either by STC, they have supplemental exams that you can buy. Always the thing, STC is good. Their questions look more like the exam than the other vendors. Okay. Most of the vendors are not close to the test, but STC seems to be the closest. Achievable teaches it the best. They all have their thing, right? Achievable teaches the topics the best on every test, but the questions are okay. STC, their questions look the best, but they do a good job, but not amazing. But they're good. Kaplan, I don't love their stuff, but they have a Q bank of 4,000 questions. You'll never run out of questions. And then Past Perfect, they overdo it a little bit, but I was talking to John, one of the guys, and they're taking out a lot of their fluff. They're making it better. So that's good. Because I always thought Past Perfect did a great job other than the math. Their math was a little over the top, but everything else was solid. Okay, so Jennifer. Got it. Jennifer, here's what it is. You're trying to get 100. So if you got a cap, by the way, the master exam is really hard. So you're cutting it close because you're right. A minute 28 is longer than you have, right? So you have to learn. So you're taking it Monday. Okay. But the 63, if you can try to work on your timing a little bit, like start going, okay, I know it. If I'm pretty sure of a question, just pick it. But or maybe what you do is anything that's really long, that's going to take you a long time to figure it out, throw it in the vault, get through all the ones that you can answer. So try this tomorrow. Take a test on the 63. Try to answer anything that looks hard is going to take more than 30 seconds. Throw it in the mark for review, and then just answer all the ones you can get right. Try that first. Answer all the easy ones first, then go back and see what your timing is. It might be a little bit better. And this way, all the easy ones are gotten. And if you run out of time, okay? So this way, if you run out of time, you're missing ones that you might have had a hard time to get instead of getting all the easy ones done. Okay. Yep, that's true. Kaplan does sell a cheat sheet. It's like $19-20. It's really good. I heard it's really good. Lee's, I like Achievable a lot. I definitely do. I do. Boom. Okay. Lee's, that's awesome. Thank you for the lemon character. I love that stuff. Lemon character doing a victory dance. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah, Exam F. I'm gonna NEA will get you. Exam FX is tough. I think they're a little too tough. I do like them. I think their videos are good, but again, I like them as a supplement. But you can't buy just their questions. Yeah, don't worry about it. I have a video. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll help you out with that. Let's see. Here we go. Here, Annie, this should help you. This is a video where I tell you which ones to worry about and which ones not to worry about. That video right there is going to tell you which ones to worry about. Boom. Okay. Yeah, it's 9:15. Thank you, Madeline. I do appreciate it. She knows. I texted her. She knows it's 9:15. Oh, okay. Hold on. So yeah, Annie, that should be good. That's the vendor you want. Okay. That's the video you want. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. Oh, Mitch, you rock, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I would say agent, because the agent does it. Broker dealers are doing it. They actually think of it this way: broker dealers do the transaction. The agent does the soliciting. I would say I would go with the agent because the agent is one who makes the phone call on behalf of the broker dealer. So I get it, but the broker dealer does the transaction. The agents kind of solicit the business. That's what I would go with that. I'll try to look that up and see if I can get a better one. Okay. Okay, so the qualified investors, they're totally different, right? So you remember this 1, 2, 3 accredited. And remember, the accredited is way less important on the real exam. 1, 2, 3 accredited, that's accredited. 1 million net worth, 200 salary, 300 income if they're married, right? Okay. 200 is single, 300 miserable or married. So that's accredited, or if they have the 7 or the 65 and it's active. Now, qualified is 1.1 under management or 2.2 net worth. So they're not a million. So if you remember, 1 million, 1, 2, 3 accredited. But remember, qualified clients are probably accredited. I would have to bet qualified clients are all accredited. So if you're qualified, you're also accredited. But remember, 1.1 and 2.2 are qualified, and accredited is 1, 2, 3 accredited. I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Madeline, I will definitely get to that person. They always know it's a little late. No, Mitch, that's how long it's been. I haven't had a Diet Coke in 4 years. I gave it up 4 years ago. I drink this now. Yeah, whatever that is. Okay. Boom. Hey, Kyle, that's awesome. I love it. That's amazing. So yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to buy the newest shit. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just do this. Okay. I love it. That's awesome. Oh, did I get to the end? I made it to the end. Not bad. 9:05. Not too bad, people. Okay. Everyone, this was great. I love it. It's tougher. And once I started using Jeff, it got tougher to do this. Okay. I think we did a good job. So again, Madeline, just remember that it's 1, 2, 3 accredited, and qualified are 1 and 1 and 2, 1 at 1.1 and 2.2. And remember, qualified investors, qualified clients, you can do performance-based fees with them, which means you can do a fulcrum fee. The more they make, the more you can take. You can base it on the index. Okay. Yeah, I never worry about that shit, but yeah, all of the net worth is without residence or car. But I've never seen a question where they actually ask that. Usually just say they make $1 million a year, they make 200 grand a year, they're single or 300 married, stuff like that. Okay. Not too bad. Mitch, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I say the same thing, but not everyone does. Now, what's interesting is I realize, like even I'm watching Arrested Development, they repeat the safe stuff every time. So Brian Marks, when I was on the panel with him down in New Orleans, he was talking about how Netflix writes their scripts knowing that everyone's second screening. And so I know everyone's on here doing this and looking at this. Or they're on their phone, they're watching TV at the same time, which is fine. So that's why I got to repeat stuff a lot, okay? Please, yeah, I know I'll be back. I know that. Sue, I love it. Thank you very much. So that's why I try to repeat stuff, because even sometimes somebody asks a question, they can't wait half an hour for an answer. So they come back and I got to repeat it. It's not a big deal. Okay, everyone, I love it. I'm going to end this off on a little cute video that I think is fun that I made. And we'll go from there. And then I will see you guys. Have a great weekend. Hopefully some of you will see you tomorrow night in my membership class. And don't forget, anyone taking the SIE, I know it's not the night. I started doing a Wednesday night class. It's cheap. It's like $15 a month. And I had 3 or 4 people in it. They're just starting up. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a private lesson. Okay. Your social security number, you can send me your social security number, but ignore any kind of extra charges on your account. If you have questions, just email them to me around 5:30, 5:45, because if you do too early, I'll lose them. Okay. Everyone, I'm going to do a fun one. I love this one, and I will see you guys. Have a great weekend. Okay. Hold on. Gear grinder. Okay. Boom. I love it. Go out. Have a good time. Have a great time in London. That's awesome. Here we go.
Jesse, how have you been?
I've been...
Great. I'm back, and you're fired. Hello, all. No need to run. Your fates have already been sealed. You're safe.
Oh, my God.
You're safe for now. Hello, nice to see you. Who's your best client?
Jesus. I represent John and Kate +8.
Where are you, Davies?
All right. I'm already packing to save myself the indignity.
That's too bad.
Ari, Jesus Christ! Did you lost your mind, Ari?
Now, where's Lloyd Lee?
Mr. Lee knew that you were coming, Mr. Gold. He decided not to wait for your arrival.
Now, why don't I believe you? Now, Lloyd, maybe you're not here, Maybe you are. Either way, you have nothing to fear because I'm not gonna kill you. I love you. You see, even though you betrayed me, you were the best.